What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Secret Guy, back with another Transformer Take a Look. Welcome back to those who have been here before. I have missed you greatly. It's been 3 weeks since I posted a video way back in 2025. I've been busy living my best life, suffering from clinical depression. Just kidding. Just kidding. I got you. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. Anyways, welcome back. If you're new, welcome to the family. We're so happy to have you. Pull up a seat at the round table of Transformers, and let's discuss some. What do we have here? You know, lately I'm getting a lot. I'm getting a lot of Transformers walking away with stacks on stacks on stacks. Not cool. We're here to talk about Studio Series concept art Megatron today, folks. While you have a second, this video is going to suck, and that based on that alone, make sure you slide that thumb down and give me a like on the video so that I can continue to make videos that suck for everybody, for you, for me, for all of us. Close that hand, you freak. Okay, so this is concept art Studio Series Megatron. And yeah, slide that thumb down, give the video a like before you forget, subscribe to the channel so that you're part of the family. Please do. Please do. And share this with somebody who loves Transformers to prove that you're not super selfish and would give this awesomeness to somebody else. And if you comment downstairs what the next Transformer might be that I'm going to look at, and you get it right, well, then you automatically get a free prize from the Back and Forth channel. What is up? Paid for by your host, me, Secret Guy. This is one of the best versions of Megatron I've ever seen. I very much love everything. I like the head mold. Let's take a closer look at that. It is, first camera bonk of the video. I love that head sculpt. The chest looks fantastic. All these little gears and sprockets and springs and pistons that are under that make up his rib cage look fantastic. Nice crotch plates. His crotch plates oddly look like a face. Anyway, we've got some sweet shin panels there, and I also love the way they look. The detailing here, we've got some more of the mechanical kind of features and molded in. I love this red. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red. It's not like a candy apple red. It's more like a blood red, or even a maroon. It looks very much kind of maroon to me, but on the video I can see that it looks very much blood red. Not a lot of mess anywhere on this Transformer that I can speak of until we get to the back. These are ass flaps. That's weird. But there's always something going on with cheeks with these Transformers lately. I've noticed that. But this whole section back here, I mean, looks terrible. The back of these legs look like unfinished legs. And that's gross. The ass flaps help the non-existent bum, which I appreciate, having no ass myself. And the back of the arms look fine. The backpack looks okay. Looks very Soundwave cassette-ish to me. And you've got the obligatory cannon, which I think is pretty good. And it's positionable in a few different ways, so I like that about it. So overall, I think this is a fantastic looking Megatron. Now, to talk to you about why I hate this Transformer. This Transformer has been such a pain in my derriere to learn to transform the 3 ways to triple change. Now, everybody's probably screaming at me, all 32 of you, saying, I had such an easy time transforming it. How come you had a hard time? Because I did, and why don't you suck a lemon and kick rocks? Just kidding. We love you. Some people have an easier time with these Transformers than others. I found this one incredibly difficult, so why don't we walk through it together? Let's do it. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to do with Megs is we are going to, let's close these. You're going to want to put these fists away. And in order to do that, you want to make sure that they're completely compacted as much as they can be, or else they're not going to want to recess into these parts here. So we're just going to open this up, let you see what I'm doing throughout the whole video. Okay, we're going to slip that in there, pop that in there like that. And second side, easy ride. Let's try to keep those in the proper orientation for when we're turning them later. So same thing here. We're just going to make sure this is all the way compacted and flip that in. Okay, just like that. Hopefully you guys saw. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to come to the back. I'm going to move these arms out of the way, actually. And we're going to... Actually, these were supposed to be here. My bad. These would have been here in robot form. And then you would swing them to the back, over here, and then down like this. So they're out of the way for the next transformation, okay? I'm going to flip it around to the front. And we're going to flip this Quintesson crotch face up. That's weird. And that's going to gain us some clearance basically for what we're doing next. We're going to open up these wingtips at the bottom and collapse the legs and then bring those wingtips down. So flip this over, coming down to the legs. We're going to flip these wingtips down to get them out of the way. I find this one very, very, very tight. Not a big deal. It shall be forced. Now, in order to get these legs ready for tank mode, because we're going from robot to tank, what you want to do, let's go over here so you can see, is you want to separate, don't kick the camera, man. You want to separate this from here, just like so. Rock that forward so you can fold this foot in like that. And then this tab right here is going to end up in this slot up here, okay? So let's do that. You want to rock it forward some. What am I doing here? Oh no, it goes into the front. It goes into the slot at the top of the toe, my bad. Just like that. Clickety-click, barb squish. And then you can bring this wingtip down like that and then out at 90 degrees. So finished product should look like this. Okay. So second side, easy ride. Let's do that again on the opposite side. Let's come over here and disconnect this. And we're going to do that so that we can get this foot recessed in here. Rock it back so that you can get that notch to fit up top. Bring your wingtip down. Bring it out at 90. And then you want to, now this will enable us to unhinge these legs, okay? So they unhinge in two spots. They unhinge at the top of this, and they unhinge at the bottom of this. And the reason that's important, one, because they can fight you sometimes to come out and go back in, but mainly to go back in. When you're putting this back in, you really want to make sure that the top clicks in and the bottom, let me show you there, and I'll show you when we're doing this, recesses to be almost flush when it's in. There's two separate clicks, and we'll get to that. So let's pull this out, and I like to pull them out and bend the legs at 90 degrees so that they're sitting like they would have been in the first place. Just fold it out on this hinge now, this double hinge. Do the same on the other side, bring that out. Make sure they're at 90 degrees, basically. Get those kind of arms out of the way for now. So it should look something like this. And then we're going to bring these, we're going to return these flaps to the side, the ass flaps. And we're going to bring these crotch panels down for now. Then we're going to do the back shoulders and pull back. So, right here, the whole backpack, and it's got a couple separate hinges in there that you can just unfold. Okay, and then kind of get that out of the way for now. And then I believe as soon as you do that, you're going to turn the head 180. Ching! Hey, Megs. And then you're going to flip this whole assembly. There we go. Flip that whole assembly like this. Come under here. And let's flip up these rib panels. Like that. Once you've done that, so this front should look like this with these panels flipped up. These ass panels should be brought from down there to on the side and laid flat like that, and that's so that they're hidden behind that joint there and don't impede on anything. Now, if you've done everything right, you don't want to bring these like this. You want to flip them like this, okay? And when you do that, you'll see there's a slot right there, and there's a tab right there. So let's squish those together and they should click in like that. And second side, easy ride. So let's move that out of the way so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Bring this all the way around. And then there's that slot again that should just line up. and you squeeze it together. Now, for whatever reason, it's fighting you and it doesn't want to click in and stay clicked in like this is without me holding them on the pegs. More than likely, those ass flaps are not where they need to be. That's usually the issue. Okay, so from here, you want to clip this backpack down to this little black clip right there. Okay, so we're going to move this back down and then just line it all up and click it into place. All right, now we're going to swing. Actually, we're going to rock this cannon forward. So there's a double hinge right there. Right. And then we're going to fold these arms in just like this. Now, what I'm going to show you before I do that, there's a slot there, right there, and there's an adjoining tab right there. And so we want those to meet in the middle here, just like this. Let me come to the top here so we can see what we're doing maybe. And then maybe you can see in there. I'm going to squish those together. Okay, let me put it down. Come on. There. So you squish them together at an angle. Sort of. More or less. Like that. Like that. Sort of. They're still not together. Which means I don't have my angle right. They're supposed to be angled out more. There we go. Okay. More like this. Blam. And then once you have that, you're going to turn just the forearms in at 90 degrees. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And I think you can see where I'm going here. This peg is going to be angled. This hole is going to be angled to accept that peg. So we're going to turn this in at 90. Then you angle the whole assembly to get that peg in there. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Give her a squishington. And there is Studio Series concept art Megatron in his tank mode. Nice. Very nice. I love the robot form, as I mentioned. I like the tank mode. Let's put it down and take a look. Oh, there's one more step I forgot. Just at the bottom here, you want to pop these do-nothing treads out. But, I mean, they do provide the proper distance so that it's sitting level. There you go. Now he's sitting level, and he is making sure that everything in the stacks... Whoa, 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 he's turning towards us. He is making sure that everything in the stacks on stacks world is as it should be. That's it. I don't hear him driving on anything, so is there wheels? I don't know. Is there wheels? There's things that look like wheels, bing, but they are not wheels. So that's whack, because he doesn't even roll then. But as a tank, he looks pretty cool. I think I was supposed to turn that turret, but it's already in the right orientation, so maybe I forgot to during another part of the transformation. So that's what it looks like from the side. That's what it looks like from the back. This weird kind of angling thing, which they do on the bottom for the jet, we'll get to too, is strange. But as a tank, I like it, and I think part of the reason that is, this part looks weird. All of this part in here looks weird. It looks like they forgot, like this should be down enough to cover it all, but it oddly doesn't really go down that far. So you can, as you've seen, tilt the gun down like I just did, and then when it's on the ground, it's kind of in a lower position. But looking at it now, it seems like there should be more tank here, out to about here, but then we're just making another brawl now, aren't we? So this is a pretty cool tank, and there you go. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video, or you guys are going to miss the ridiculous size comparison, so think about it. Also, special shout out to my boy JT, who donated this transformer for this video. Thank you for passing your headache and struggle on to me. I'm also going to throw on a custom glow-in-the-dark filament ring that he made for me. Check it out. Nice and chunky. I intend to leave a few Unity imprints on people's forehead. Just kidding, Hall, if you heard me. But yeah, it's awesome. This is awesome. I love this ring. I love every single thing JT's done for me and my family. He is a phenomenal person, and we love him. So shout out JT. You're the man, cool guy. I was gonna wear this for the video, but it gets in the way, so it's gonna stay over there. How about that? Let's put it over here with the stacks on stacks on stacks due to its incredible value. Okay, back to this. We're already at 14 minutes. This is gonna be a very long video, so if you guys were looking for a video to burn some time while you do the dishes, this is it, man. Okay, so let's go to jet mode, and I gotta be honest. For me, this is where everything kind of went to hell. So I'm really hoping this goes well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unclip this cannon and get these arms back into their regular orientation. So I'm just going to wobble that back and forth so that we can straighten this arm out and bring it back out at 90 degrees so that it's in its original position that we got here. And this one as well, back out at 90 degrees. And then we're just going to separate these arms and kind of bring them back into their original position, like so. And then we're going to unclip this backpack just like we did to get it in, like that. And we're just going to bring this up to kind of get this out of the way, like so. Okay, like this and like this, and then yeah, everything's kind of out of the way for now. Now we're going to untab the legs and swing back at 180 degrees like we did to get here. So you untab them and just swing them straight on back, just like this. And then everything will be in the right position. Now, I think a lot of the times, this is one of the mistakes I was making. At this step, instead of swinging it underneath, you have a propensity to want to swing it like this, in which case you will be wrong. No, yes, after this step. So again, you unclip and swing underneath. And you could go the other way too, but it's an inside rotation as opposed to an outside rotation, so if that made any sense at all. So we're going to swing those legs out. And then we're going to, back here, you should be able to, your thumbs will probably already be here, but just push these little treads in so that those are down and ready to go. Okay, so now we're going to open up these flaps, and we're doing that so that we have clearance to get these legs back in. Now, let's clip these in. Okay, make sure you guys can see me because I wanted to show you what I was talking about before. So the top clips in like that, and then I don't know if you can see, watch that bottom gray part there in the middle of your screen. There you go. So it clipped back in too. So top and bottom, both. Let's try it again. 1, 2. Nice, nice, crazy nice. Okay, so we want to clip those legs back in like so. And then we want to come under here. And we want to fold out this cockpit and like that. And then you want to bring the head up, rotate it 180 degrees again, bring it back down for clearance, and fold up these little aileron flaps or whatever the heck they are. Okay, then you want to bring this whole backpack assembly, we're going to put these flaps down, okay, and behind it, just like that for now. Then we're going to compact this guy, we're going to bring this down just a little. And we're going to go, you go 1 first, and then 2 back, and then 3 forward. Some clearance is needed from these guys, so I'm just going to bring these arms up. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can get that where it's supposed to be. It should look like this when you're done the backpack part. Okay, now we're going to rotate the cannon and retract it back. So we'll come over here, and we will rotate this cannon and then retract it back. Now it often likes to pop out of here. If it does, whatever, but I'm going to make it to do what it's supposed to. Yes, no poppage. Okay, so, and then we want to bring these arms underneath. So to do that, we're going to go swing these down like that. Kind of move these legs out of the way for now. Bring this down here. And bring this down here. Okay, and then we've got the arms down here. Now I believe after you bring the arms down here, you want to rotate the arms, but this time at the bicep here, not here at the forearm. So I like to swing the arm out a bit and just kind of twist and twist. There we go. That's rotated into the bicep. It should look like that once it's turned in correctly. And I can do the same thing on the other side while we're here. Rotate it at the bicep. And I believe that's it for now. Then we're going to flip over and extend these legs. Cat hair. Extend these legs to jet mode. So in order to do that, we're going to, well, 20 minutes over already. We're going to move these out of the way, these wingtips, so that they're not locking anything up. We're going to unfold a leg, unclip it. So these are cool. They go from tank tread to afterburner in just a simple like so. And then you're going to want to rock this forward. And basically that's it. And then leave this up here because it's going to be the wing. And that's pretty much the leg in jet mode extended. So let's do the other one and extend this leg as well. So unclip like so. Unfold this. Looks like a car right there. Unfold this and extend the foot like so. And then we're going to also leave that up there, that wingtip up there as well. Okay, so that's those two extended. And then we're going to flip it upside down like this with the nose facing right. That's just how I figured out to do this. And then we're going to flip these legs 180 under and up. This is another place that I got screwed up a lot. This is the one place I got screwed up in this transformation. So we're supposed to take this, and I'm kind of moving it to clear this ass flap that's in the way. Supposed to take this and bring it all the way up, just like that. It should look like that when you've done it right. Okay, I'll show you a couple places so you can pause it here and look, or you could pause it here and look at this part to see what your orientation is. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to bring it down and around, or up and around. It doesn't matter as long as it gets over here. So they should look like this when they're flipped. And then we want to rotate the leg at the thigh. So not this whole assembly, but from here down. So you want to rotate at the thigh outwards 90 degrees so that you see that the treads are facing outwards. So now one side should look, this is the completed side, it should look like that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to come over here, we're going to spin this inwards so that we can get that tread facing out. And now it should look somewhat like this. If you have done that part correctly, it should definitely look somewhat like this. Okay, so now we're going to fold, we're going to bend these legs at the knee. Sometimes these pop off. I actually like to pop them off to begin with. So we're going to bend this at the knee. Bring this panel up so that it's out of the way. And we're going to fold this all up so that this tab can end up in that slot that's right there. So I'm going to bring that all the way up, and that's it. And, oh, I thought it actually went in just one shot, and I was like, there you go. Makes a nice, satisfying clip. And then I like to align this part after the fact, once I'm done that, like so. Okay. I don't like that. But, okay. So, ah, there we go. No, that's not it either. It is fighting with me. See? We're already getting to that garbage. But anyway, eventually you're going to get it to stick in. It should clip into the foot, and it should clip it on the other side to the tread. And then that's cinched properly where it needs to be. It should live there for now. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to come here. We're going to bend this leg back. Oh, I forgot to bring up the thigh panel. That's important for clearance. And then bend this in. It's not being nice, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to do a little adjusting. There we go. There we go. Finally went in. Very fiddly. Don't likey. Yeah, that one went in. No, it didn't. I'll say this one actually went in the right way. So that one went in the right way. Should look like that. This one, however, is still being Oh. This one was giving me the worst time in the world. And it's because if you can see here, see where the camera hit, see where the corner of this plastic sits on that circle behind it, just for reference. And then when you go over here, it's not in the same spot at all. Right? This is down and away. It's supposed to be there. And if it's not right there, this won't want to sit in it properly. And I think it actually just went in it on its own. That's crazy. Wow. But anyway, so now it's sitting properly, and that was the issue. I have learned that, is that this didn't want to go over this assembly, this piece of molding here, didn't want to go over this assembly so that it could sit where this one naturally sits on its own. For whatever reason, probably some sort of defect or something along those lines. Okay, so you're going to have something that looks like this once those are clipped in. Then we're going to come to the crotch panels, which are under here, hidden under here. And they've got a tab hidden in there that goes right in there into this gray plastic. Sometimes you have to move the plastic around a bit to get it to snap in. There it goes. And we'll do this one too. Hopefully you can see. I doubt you can see any of this, but there it goes. Okay, so there's two tabs under these parts right here that it's in. Wow, that's a 40th camera smash, but whatever. Then we're going to flip out these wingtips as well, which because of the orientation we have them in is pretty basic. Oh, let go, like so. And then these forearms have little big tabs right there that go right there. And in order to tab them in properly, you have to angle them like this. Okay? No one said that anywhere. That's how to angle them in. Like that and kind of away. And I'll show you as I'm trying to get it in. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, let's see here. Half an hour video. Sick. Longest ever. Okay, so something like that. Once it's tabbed in. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to angle it down so it we'll go into that slot and then tab it in like that. And they should look something like this. And then we can fix these shoulders up a bit to bring them. All right. I guess we can't. Let's try that again. Okay. Yeah, I do dislike this. I do dislike this transformer. This, especially this part. Really just this part. But anyway, okay. So once you've got those tabbed in, you can come back. You can come back over here, and there's a little kind of tab right there that sits in a little groove just over here. So right there. There it is. There we go. And that's really it. That's really the whole transformation. There he is in jet mode. Ugh, what a pain. There he is. It's a cool looking jet. There's a lot to it, but it's also a terrible looking jet. And the transformation to get here is whack. So, I mean, the side profile is strange, to say the least. And, you know, I don't like that these arms do not like to stay in these tabs at all. And I'm not going to gripe about this too long because it would be a very long gripe. Here's the back. You got a nice little, oh, there we go, fix that up. There's the back. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look all that bad. And I'm sure some of this can be angled a little better, but, you know, Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. He's got some air brakes, which is kind of cool. These are, I usually see position like this, these flaps. I personally like to bring them in like that. I find it just kind of closes up the, actually I like to tilt them so they come down a bit. But I find it kind of closes up the look of it and makes it more, there's more of a continuity. Let's bring those flaps down, I find, with it in that shape. So, okay, over half an hour. This is going to be the last transformation. Let's do it. Let's go. This is going to be from jet to robot, finally. Oh my goodness, this has been so incredibly annoying. For anybody that's still here, if I was rich, I'd send you all money. Period, point blank. So let's untab these forearms and the crotch plates, okay? So forearms, you probably just have to look at it and they'll untab. Yeah, there you go. So those are untabbed. And let's untab these crotch plates down here as well. 1 and 2, like that. Bring those all the way up. Okay. So now we're going to unclip the legs like so, just like we kind of did to get here. And we're going to do the opposite of what we did to get here. So you can put that thigh panel back now. You can pop that tread in. You can fold this afterburner in like so. And you can bring the foot out, squeeze that in, lock it in place with the wingtip, and that is one leg pretty much done already. And like that, you can bring it down like this and basically turn it forward, and that's one leg done. Let's do the same thing on the other side once again. So we're going to separate this so that we can unclip that and then compact this in, bring his foot out, bring this down, bring this thigh panel up, click that into place, and that's it. That other leg is also done. You can bring this down, spin it back the way it was, and that's pretty much that part of it done already. And we're going to swing these arms out to where they were before. And we're going to get rid of this backpack up and away like that. I can already tell there is something wrong, but we'll get there. Right, so next you're going to open these flaps right here. And that's so you can collapse this nose cone back in. Cockpit, nose cone, whatever. And then we're going to bring these flaps to the side, which you'll need for clearance later on. We're going to flip this assembly over like that, and I can see that these legs, I brought them down in the wrong position, so that's just a matter of spinning them here, and they should be like that. So forgot to flip them back down from whence they came. Okay, so that's back to where it should be. Flaps are down. And then we come to this backpack, make sure it's straightened out. So when you bring this backpack up, it is a mention that there are slots there, and there are tabs that you need to swing forward, like so, right there, so that they'll click into place. So you want to swing these arms in to create this kind of 90-degree effect. Bring it, oh, you have to accordion the back in properly, which is little part forward first, bigger part back down, and then the whole part up. And there is also a little tab right here on the head that meets a little hole back there on the backpack. So let's double check to make sure the arms are at 90. They are. There you go. There's usually a little click of some sort to let me know that we're good to go. I think that's it. Okay, so next you just want to turn these arms 90 degrees outward, like that. Turn this arm 90 degrees and bring this back. And then you want to spin the cannon 180 degrees. Open up these fists. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We did it. I cannot believe it. Oh, the bane of my existence. Jeff, I'll get you for this. And there you go. Stacks on stacks on stacks. Duty! Bam! Time for the size comparison. Today's size comparison is brought to you by Micromasters! Micromasters. A master of micro. Such a small transformer nobody's ever seen. These are so cool. These are my first ever Micromasters. I just got 2 of them. Shout out to Eric. You know who you are. And they are so adorable. So I'm going to put this. This is a Micromaster 1989 G1 Micromaster High Jump. Oing! So let's put him right there by Megs. There's your size comparison. Folks, thank you so much for watching this whole video. Anybody who watched this whole video, you rule. Anybody that didn't watch this whole video, well, that's the rest of the world. I mean, I'm no better. I don't think. I never watch videos to their end. Anyways, thanks for anybody who's still here. Like the video, please. If you enjoyed the content, like the video. If you enjoyed anything here, subscribe to the channel. Become part of the family for sure. We would love to have you, as I said in the beginning. If you can guess downstairs what I'll do next, put it in the comments downstairs and you'll win a prize. And hey, if you haven't been told recently, this is the first time in 2026 that I'll say this to you. Love you. Secret Guy out.